bit about ambiguity in statutes. When ambiguity exists in the statutory language and courts have a hard time determining what the legislature's intent was by the plain meaning of the words of the statute, then the courts may use statutory interpretation canons or statutory construction principles to try and uncover the legislature's intent. The most common definition of ambiguity for statutory interpretation or construction purposes is any time two or more reasonable minds may disagree on what the statutory language actually says. In other words, there are two equally plausible interpretations of the same statutory language. Now, California courts don't assign an official percentage. Is there still ambiguity if it's 60-40, or does it have to be 50-50? When courts attempt to interpret a statute, they do so because there's ambiguity in the statutory language. And that ambiguity, of course, creates interpretation or application problems and how the law should be interpreted or applied. Now, there are three categories of interpretive problems: lexical, syntactic, and extralinguistic. The first, the lexical, deals with what words mean, such as what is a sandwich? Is the term sandwich defined in the law? The second, syntactic, deals with the way words are combined or arranged, such as the man hit the boy with the telescope. Did the man hit a boy who was holding a telescope? Or did the man use a telescope to hit the boy? The third is extralinguistic, which basically deals with concerns specific to the law, such as constitutional concerns. So practically, there are a couple of types of ambiguities found in statutes, where it's unclear what a word modifies. For example, the modifier follows a series of nouns, so it's unclear if the word modifies all of those nouns, or the word has more than one meaning, or a statutory word or phrase may be fuzzy or vague, unclear. For example, there's a broad meaning, or it could be applied to a variety of different instances or circumstances. The statute itself, or a word or a phrase, is too general. For example, there are nouns that apply to more than one thing. Now, as you can probably imagine, sometimes generality in the statutory language or even vagueness is intentional. A common example can occur where the legislature delegates some authority to a state agency to draft regulations to sort of fill in the details. And so the drafter wants the power to be broad. Another example might occur when the statute recognizes that there will be advancements or technological changes forthcoming. And so general requirements rather than specific ones are provided in the law instead.